Genesis chapter 19. The Lord is destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, but Abraham's best friend Lot has to be rescued because even though Sodom is a land of wicked people, Lot is a righteous, God-loving man. Verses 1 and 2. Now the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. When Lot saw them, he rose to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, "Hear now, my lords, please turn into your servant's house and spend the night, and wash your feet. Then you may rise early and go on your way." Lot, being the good man and God-loving man that he is, he invited the angels into his house, and he was going to honor them. Verses 4 and 5. Now before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, both old and young, all the people from every quarter, surrounded the house. And they called to Lot and said to him, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, that we may know them carnally." I didn't know what carnally was when I first read this. I had to look it up. They have no shame about it. They're evil, raw sinners. Verses 6, 7, and 8. So Lot went out to them through the doorway, shut the door behind him, and said, "Please, my brethren, do not do so wickedly. See now, I have 2 daughters who have not known a man. Please let me bring them out to you, and you may do to them as you wish. Only do nothing to these men, since this is the reason they have come under the shadow of my roof." What, bro? Lot is trying to preserve these angels in his house by any means possible. He's willing to give up his daughters instead of the angels. It would be bad either way, but Lot should not be offering his daughters. He has the right motives, but horrible execution. That is a sin. Verses 9 through 11. And they said, "Stand back." Then they said, "This one came in to stay here, and he keeps acting as a judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them." So they pressed hard against the man Lot and came near to break down the door. But the men reached out their hands and pulled Lot into the house with them and shut the door. And they struck the men who were at the doorway of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they became weary trying to find the door. It's like a crazy paparazzi, except they're trying to harm Lot and harm the angels because they're all evil. Lot is trying to protect the angels. Now the angels actually tell their plan to Lot. Verses 12 and 13. Then the men said to Lot, "Have you anyone else here? Son-in-law, your sons, your daughters, and whomever they have in the city. Take them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because outcry against them has grown great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy you." As stated in the past chapter, God was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because of the wicked people in it, but he's going to rescue Lot because Lot is righteous. Verses 15 and 17. When the morning dawned, the angels urged Lot to hurry, saying, "Arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be consumed in the punishment of the city." So it came to pass, when they had brought them outside, that he said, "Escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest you be destroyed." Run for your life, because this place is going to be destroyed. It's full of evil, wicked men. You and your family are righteous people, love God, honor God, so God is going to protect you. Verses 24 through 26. Then the Lord rained brimstone and fire on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. So he overthrew those cities, all the plain, all the inhabitants of the cities, and what grew on the ground. But his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. She actually became a physical pillar of salt. In verse 17, the angels told Lot and his family, "Don't look behind you," but that's exactly what Lot's wife did. This is probably a more metaphorical verse, looking back on evil parts of your past and relishing on them and not seeing them as the horrible, detrimental things that they are. That's probably what Lot's wife did, and she got her punishment. She was warned. She sinned. Verse 29. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he had overthrown the cities in which Lot had dwelt. Now we remember Abraham, who was advocating for Lot in the last chapter. Abraham was talking to God about, what if there's 30 righteous people, 10 righteous people in a land full of wicked people? Will you save the righteous people? God said yes. This is exactly what God proved, and Abraham is happy about this. This last section, crazy. Lot and his daughters are living on their own after they've deserted their home. Verses 31 and 32. Now the firstborn said to the younger, "Our father is old, and there is no man on earth to come into us, as is the custom of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve the lineage of our father." These girls make their father drunk, and then they go and sleep with him in order to try to have children, have a new generation of kids, because that's what they think is right. That's crazy. They should not be doing that. It's a sin. Verses 36 and 37. Thus both the daughters of Lot were with child by their father. The firstborn bore a son and called his name Moab. He is the father of the Moabites to this day. The younger, she also bore a son, and his name Ben-Ammi. He is the father of the people of Ammon to this day. They sinned at the end, but the main idea of chapter 19 is that if you try not to be a sinner, you honor God, and you are a righteous man, God will protect you. He will preserve you. It's a constant theme throughout Genesis, but that's the main idea. Thank you for watching.